Welcome, welcome. And boy, is it a hot August 12th.
How hot is it?
And it's hot right across the country.
Yeah, there are heat warnings out west in BC, here in Ontario, Quebec, near Montreal as well, all under heat warnings. I know last night in Toronto, they opened up the public pools so people could swim to beat the heat.
I don't know about you, but I did a double take on the thermostat in the car. When I got back in the car and turned it on, and I saw 36. I couldn't believe that was the temperature outside.
That's the actual temperature, never mind the humidity and the heat index, right?
Oh, I know.
Which has got it well over 40 degrees in most areas. How'd you beat the heat yesterday?
Well, 5 o'clock. No, it was 4 o'clock, and I turned to Kate and I said, "Want to go to the movies?"
Yeah.
And this was our first return to the movies in
yeah.
I don't even know however long. I can't even tell you the last time I saw.
What'd you guys see? Frozen?
Oh, Jeffrey.
They should probably put that back in theaters just this week to help people beat the heat. So.
We saw Old.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan's.
Yeah.
You know what's kind of cool? He addressed us. We were among 4 people in the theater yesterday at 4:45 was the showing. But it was kind of neat to hear him address us, thank us for supporting the industry. You know, he said, "This is how I always wanted my movies to be played and shown and viewed, and thank you for coming back to the theater."
Oh, very cool. So I beat the heat yesterday. I was downtown, and I had to run a few errands, and I'm walking up Yonge Street, and I think this is maybe, I don't know, marketing genius, although not very environmentally friendly. I walked by HomeSense there on Yonge Street, and you know they've got the automatic doors that open and close. And as you walk by, you get that blast of cold air and air conditioning. I'm like, I didn't need anything in HomeSense, but I went in.
Or I thought you were going to be that guy that just kept opening the doors, like just going by.
Yeah.
Going by. No, but you went in. You went.
All right. Well,
a cooling center.
Exactly. The last place that needs all this heat right now, of course, is the West Coast, where wildfires still burning, many of them out of control. And joining us this morning for an update is Global BC's weather specialist, Kasia Bodurica. Kasia, good morning. It is great to see you. Just first off, just how warm is it there, and where are you seeing the hottest temperatures in BC?
Yeah, super hot. It's already okay. It's not even 6 in the morning, and it's 19 degrees at this point. But it's going to be the hottest, I would say, across the Lower Mainland because of the humidex factor. So the interior of BC is also going to be hot. We have special weather statements in place over there, but they're going to be in the mid-30s, reasonable. Those people have air conditioning, but we're more so concerned about the people along the coast who do not. We are not used to this kind of weather, so the discrepancy between what we typically see and what we're seeing today is huge. So a lot of people, obviously it's dangerous weather. So Abbotsford, for instance, is going to be 36 degrees, feeling like 42. White Rock will be 37 degrees, feeling like 44 degrees. That's near the water. So it's just going to be really scorching hot. Heat alerts in effect. All the cooling centers are open. We should be watching Frozen as well. It's really tough. It's really tough.
It is. But this is a story happening right across the country. Do we know where the highest temperatures are being recorded?
So at this point, it looks like it's likely going to be in the southwest interior. So again, areas like Lytton. Lytton is usually the hottest temperature in all of BC, and sometimes the entire country. So we'll likely be Lytton at 38 degrees, but we've got comparable temperatures along the coast as well. So we'll just have to see tomorrow. But 38 degrees at this point is the base temperature, and 44 is the most impressive humidex value that I've been seeing, and that's in White Rock.
Okay, that is hot. That is hot.
Yeah.
And as we mentioned off the top, the forest fires, this is the last thing you need with those continuing to burn. Can you give us an update? What is the latest there?
Yeah, so right now we have 267 active fires burning across the province. Many of them have been lightning caused. The big issue right now, we're seeing this all over the news too, is so many folks in the interior, they are displaced, they're on heat, either they're on evacuation alerts or on evacuation orders, and there's this ongoing dispute going on between the public safety minister and frustrated residents who are staying behind. They're ignoring some of the evacuation orders. They're staying behind. They're fighting their own fires on their properties. They're trying to save their livestock. They're trying to save their properties. And of course, for obvious reasons, the fire service has a real issue to take with that. So there's that going, and people are extremely frustrated through the interior. And I know the fire service is trying their hardest to fight these fires. They're encroaching. I mean, many homes have been scorched. 36 properties, I believe, were burned through the overnight or just in the past 24 hours near Vernon. So it's a real dire situation.
It is.
I
it is. And this heat wave is not helping. Kasia, is there any relief in sight with the long-range forecast?
Yeah, so this heat wave that we're seeing right now, it's not going to be as aggressive as the one that we saw back in June. Back in June, there were 369 deaths associated with this heat. And this is why we're on alert, in such an intense way, because of all weather phenomenon, more people die from heat than any other weather phenomenon. So this is something we're taking seriously. Like I said, we had so many deaths associated with this back in June. I believe the province is far more prepared for the situation. I lived downtown, and I remember back in June, all I heard was sirens all day. Sirens all day. It was so sad. You knew so many people were in trouble, and they just couldn't keep up with it. Whereas now, I believe the province is a little bit more ready. Public safety is more ready for this heat. But again, it's not going to be as intense as the first time around, and it's going to be winding down on Sunday.
All right. Appreciate the update, Kasia. Yeah, appreciate the update. Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
My pleasure.